Direct hit! Ray, what's happening?
I don't know.
Wow! Those are some interesting fireworks.
Uh-oh! Little do they know that once the spectacular fireworks exploded in the air, they would leave behind a lot of...
Slime!
It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his Mighty Penultimate! In today's episode, Drew celebrates America's Independence Day. Let's hope nobody rains on their parade. It was a beautiful day, and Drew and his friends were competing for the best float in the Cool County Independence Day Parade.
Great job with the float, you guys.
Thanks, Drew. I like your Benjamin Franklin costume.
Thanks, Ella. Did you know, in 1752, Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity when he tied a key to a kite and went outside during a lightning storm?
Then what happened?
Just kidding, Robbie. It's a shock button.
Oh!
Meanwhile, the kids from Cruel School had a float of their own.
Isn't our float perfectly cruel?
I've never seen anything more evil in my life.
What's that?
Wow, cool school. This float is really, what's the word? Cool.
We made it as a team.
I'm Betsy Ross, the woman who created the first American flag. Check it out. 13 stars for the original 13 colonies.
Wow, that'll be hard to beat. You might just win the parade and get tickets to the mega awesome new Ferris wheel.
What? No! How did Cool School make such a good float? Just 'cause they relied on history and learning.
Actually, I kinda like history.
That's okay. We can still win if we destroy their floats. Time to rain on their parade.
Should I do the rain thing?
Yes, time for some showers.
Uh-oh. Hey, what happened? It was so sunny a second ago.
And it's only happening over our float. We're being attacked.
We can't let the rain ruin our day. It's time for a giant umbrella.
Ah, much better.
Rats.
Where?
No, not actual rats. Whatever. Time for Master Plan Part 2. Grace, go for it.
No more red, white, and blue for you.
Help! Someone stole our color.
And now the ultimate payoff.
What you got there, Ray?
A slime cannon. I'm gonna cover the entire Cool School float in slime and make them all icky.
That's a real slime cannon? Well done.
Ew!
Hey!
Direct hit! Ray, what's happening?
I don't know.
Wow! Those are some interesting fireworks.
Uh-oh! Little do they know that once the spectacular fireworks exploded in the air, they would leave behind a lot of...
Slime!
My mustache! My wonderful mustache!
They're ruining the 4th of July!
This looks like a job for Super Drew.
And that's when Drew became the Stupendous Drew Pendous!
Quick, Ella, I need your help. We need some new flags filled with color. I've got to clean up this mess.
We're stuck, Drew!
I just need to get you moving. Let's give it a spin.
That's when Drew sketched the giant hand and spun the wheel.
Whee! This is awesome! Drew! The slime machine is continuing to run!
Uh-oh. I can't save the day in 2 places at once.
We just need a cork to plug up the machine.
Quick, give me liberty. Oh, I hope I didn't accidentally crack it.
The band tried to play their instruments, but they were filled with slime.
Yuck!
There you go. Don't forget to play some John Philip Sousa. He composed Stars and Stripes Forever.
You got it, Drew. My mustache, Drew! It's ruined! Ruined, I say!
No problem, Mr. Mayor. Here's some mustache dye.
My mustache is looking better than ever! And so is the town! You did it, Drew! I hereby award the kids of Cool School these sashes and declare them parade leaders.
Drew cleaned up this whole town.
Were you the one behind this? No good, young man. I'm going to recommend you to be grounded immediately.
Rats.
Where?
They're not real rats.
Well, kids, Drew saved the day once again. Ray Blank and Cruel School lost the parade competition, while Drew and his friends got to ride the Ferris wheel for free. Way to go, Drew. Moral of the story, boys and girls, make sure your slime fireworks aren't the sticky kind, because that is one mess that's hard to clean up. Oh, and if your mustache gets covered in slime, always have some mustache dye handy. It's time for a brand new adventure with the Stupendous Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Today, Drew is gonna save the ocean from the seaweed monster. But don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Well, kinda. It looked like it was gonna be a perfect day at the beach, and Drew and his friends couldn't be more excited until...
Ah! Something's got my foot! Ah! It's surrounding me! There's a monster in the water!
Drew was totally being eaten alive by a giant Drew-eating creature.
Everybody, out of the water where it's safe. I gotta fight this thing off before it eats us all.
Drew knew the only way to fight the enemy was to look him in the eye. So he made a really cool helmet, and he dunked his head underwater. Suddenly, he came face to face with...
The seaweed monster!
It was big, it was green, it was scary, it was...
Huh? Just a big tangle of plants? You're not a real monster, are you?
But the seaweed didn't answer because sure enough, it wasn't a monster at all. But it was everywhere. Mountains and mountains of seaweed piled up across the ocean.
Ew, gross! This stuff is all over the place. But where's it all coming from? We've gotta get to the bottom of this.
And he meant it. To figure out where all that icky seaweed was coming from, Drew had to dive way down to the very bottom of the big dark ocean. So he drew himself an awesome sea scooter and started to make his way down. It was pretty dark and scary down there. Luckily, Drew swam by a school of really friendly fish that also wanted to get rid of the yucky seaweed in their water. One of them was named Finn because he had one extra large fin that made him kind of swim lopsided.
Hi, my name's Finn. I don't mean to be rude, but you don't really look like a regular fish.
I'm not a fish. I'm Stupendous. And I'm here to save the ocean from all these gooey, gross, gigantic gobs of seaweed.
Oh wow, awesome! You must be a real-life boy! I've always wanted to meet a real-life boy. This is the best day ever! Hey, you know what I was thinking? I could be your sidekick, but like literally. This big old fin makes me swim on my side. But don't worry, it won't slow me down.
Okay, you can be my sidekick. Let's get moving. This seaweed's not gonna get rid of itself.
Whatever you say, Hero Drew. Here we come, the dynamic duo, ready to save the day. Hey, you know what? I was wondering, what's it really like up there with all that oxygen?
Oh, brother.
With his new sidekick by his side and kind of swimming on his side, Drew continued deeper and deeper into the big, dark ocean until he spotted a group of really scary...
Underwater pirates? Uh-oh.
Drew saw the pirates are pulling tons of seaweed out from an old sunken ship, and they were dumping that gross seaweed back into the ocean.
Let's eavesdrop to find out what these guys are up to.
Remember, kids, eavesdropping is totally rude, except when you have to save the ocean from being filled up with icky seaweed, and a bunch of underwater pirates are the ones doing it.
No jewels in this batch either.
I just toss it in the water and keep looking for the rest. That sunken treasure is somewhere on this ship, and we're gonna find it.
Oh wow, there's real-life sunken treasure in that ship. This is the coolest thing ever!
Shh, Finn, they'll hear us.
Who goes there? No one spies on pirates without getting punished.
Oops!
Oh no! If the pirates find us spying here, they're gonna take us captive. Unless...
Without a moment to spare, Drew pulled out his penultimate and sketched a heaping pile of shiny treasures.
Cool, that's sparkly!
Looking for these?
Hey, where'd you get those? Give it here, kid. Those jewels belong to us.
Well, if you want them, you gotta catch them.
Drew sketched a humongous underwater cannon. Then he loaded the jewels in and shot them far and wide. The pirates went nuts.
Quick, you go that way. I'll go this way.
Grab them all. Don't let a single one out of your sight. And off they went in search of all the shiny jewels.
But Hero Drew, why'd you let them swim off with all your expensive treasure?
Finn, lesson 101. Pirates aren't the smartest bad guys. Those jewels were fake. I drew them, but it'll be too late by the time they find out.
You are the smartest hero ever! When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Will you teach me how to draw stuff and be super cool and get rid of all the bad guys?
Come on, Finn. We still have work to do.
They swam over to the sunken ship and Drew sketched a giant underwater suction pipe.
We've got to get rid of all this seaweed movie so that the pirates cannot use it to contaminate the ocean ever again.
And just when they thought the adventure was over, they suddenly heard music playing from behind the ship.
Hey, Hero Drew, do you hear music?
They swam to the other side of the ship and...
So that's where the sunken treasure is.
A group of mermaids having an awesome jewelry trunk show?
Lesson 102, kids. Always check out underwater jewelry trunk shows run by mermaids. They're the best trunk shows. And so, kids, it was another great day for the mighty Drew Pendous. The only hard part was saying goodbye to his new sidekick, Finn.
I'll be back again in no time.
Pinky promise?
Do you have pinkies? Trust me, there'll be plenty of awesome underwater adventures to come. And you'll be my sidekick every step of the way.
I'll miss you, Hero Drew.
I'll miss you too, sidekick Finn.
Drew used his sea scooter to speed back to shore where he met up with his buddies once again. It was going to be the best beach day ever. Moral of the story, boys and girls, beware of treasure-seeking pirates if you find lots of seaweed in the ocean. And if you ever come across dancing mermaids at a jewelry trunk show, always join in on the fun.
Bye-bye.
Video games. Must play video games.
What's going on here? Nikki, Rolly, it looks like you've been hypnotized. Snap out of it.
It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. In today's episode, Drew enters a video game. Cool. It was recess time at Cool School, but something was wrong.
Where is everyone?
All of Drew's friends were gone.
That doesn't make any sense. No one misses recess at Cool School.
No, sir. It's the most fun ever. Everyone loves recess. I love recess. And I'm a fish. Recess, recess, recess.
I've got to get to the bottom of this before the bell rings for class and recess is totally ruined. Sometimes my friends like to go to Nikki's house to play after school. Maybe they went early.
With no time to spare, Drew sketched a super awesome supersonic hoverboard.
This'll let us take a shortcut right over the lake to Nikki's house. Come on, Finn, hop on.
You see, I told you fish could fly. Gee, why didn't you ever try to impress me anymore, huh?
Why? I'll tell you why, because you're impossible. That's why. Seriously, that kelp salad at the Coral Inn was delicious. And still, you sent it back.
There you guys are. What are you still doing here? You're totally missing recess.
Video games. Must play video games.
What's going on here? Nikki, Rolly, it looks like you've been hypnotized. Snap out of it. That's it. I've had enough of this. I want my friends back, and I really don't want to miss recess. If I can't figure out what's going on from the outside, I'm going in.
Drew sketched a teleporter to zap himself inside the video game.
Whoa, cool. I'm in a video game. But I think my graphics need an upgrade. That's better.
I told you, Antonio, you must look them right in the eye, or else the hypnosis won't work. Now I will point my hypnosis wand, and on the count of 3...
I order you to play with us all day, every day. You may never return to, what do you call it? Cool School.
Never return to Cool School? Wow, this is bad.
Drew bolted out at the speed of light and ran right up to them. Well, actually right into them.
Whoa! Sorry. You move a lot faster than normal in video game land.
Who are you?
Drew Pendous, and I want my friends back.
Quick, the gumdrops!
Gumdrops?
Then gumdrops started falling from the sky.
Ow! Gumdrop rain hurts a lot more than regular rain. But it sure does taste better.
Run, Antonio, run!
Not so fast, you two.
Drew sketched an awesome rainbow shooting cannon.
I know rainbows always come out at the end of rainstorms. I bet they work for gumdrop storms too.
Drew fired the cannon and a super long rainbow shot up way into the air, stretching across the whole sky.
I want you to stop hypnotizing my friends and making them play video games instead of coming to Cool School.
We don't like Cool School. Ever since kids started going there and having fun all day, everybody ignores us.
We are so bored. Sometimes we just bounce on the mushrooms all day like this. Woohoo!
Gee, that kind of looks like fun.
I know, but after a while, headache.
But you can't just make my friends play video games all day just because you're bored. Don't you see? to go to cool school.
But what will we do all day without anyone to play with?
I think I have an idea. Let's go!
Drew hopped inside his teleporter to go back to the real world, but this time with his new pals.
Wow!
Welcome to cool school, guys. Now you can actually play with us on our turf.
But where are the other kids?
They'll be here, don't you worry. No one misses recess.
Yeah! Recess! Woohoo!
So Drew saved the day once again. Recess was back in action, and there was no more video game villains hypnotizing the kids at cool school. Moral of the story, kids, next time your friends become zombies, be ready to teleport yourself into your favorite video game, and always bring a rainbow shooting cannon to stop a gumdrop storm. You just never know when that can come in handy.
See you later.
It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Today's episode is going to make history, literally. It was the day before the big social studies test on American history, and all the kids at Cool School and Cruel School had to pass the test or else summer school.
That's it. I'm not taking this dumb test.
Back to the books, kid, or good luck in summer school.
Who needs history anyway? Wait a sec. That's it. Nobody needs history. I'll just go back in time and erase it. All of history gone. Then no social studies test. Hey, Drewfus. Drew, old buddy. Not now, Ray. I'm studying. I was just gonna ask if you want to go back in time to meet Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and all the other cool people back then. That does sound pretty cool. Also, would be a great way to study for the test. I could ask him all my questions.
Ooh, I've always wanted to ask Thomas Jefferson an important question.
Like, was it hard to write the Declaration of Independence?
No, how he invented mac and cheese. That was a genius.
Totally, I love mac and cheese.
Wait a sec. Why are you suddenly being all nice and friendly?
I just want to meet the guys who started our country. Is that too much to ask?
I guess not.
And I guess I could just draw a quick time machine. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm coming along.
Quick, you guys, over here.
Drew didn't know Ray was up to no good, so he quickly sketched the time machine, and he hopped inside with Ray and Nikki.
Hit it.
First stop, 1776, for the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
When our country became America, land of the free and the brave. Yeah.
And off they went, way back in time to the year 1776. They camped out at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where it all began.
That must be Thomas Jefferson. And that must be the Declaration of Independence. So long, American history. So long, social studies test. Ray, wait, what are you doing?
But it was too late. Ray had already erased the entire Declaration of Independence.
Oh, good heavens.
Then he swiped the keys to the time machine.
I'll take those. Catch you later, stinkers. Or not. Quick, we can't let him get away.
With no time to spare, Drew sketched a second time machine and hopped inside.
Back to Cool School.
But when they stepped out, nothing looked like Cool School at all. At least not the Cool School they remembered.
Ella, is that you?
Why, of course it's me. Whoever else could it be?
Pardon, don't mean to be a bother, but we're running behind the clock, and we are quite late for reading hour.
Reading hour? You mean story time with Miss Booksy?
No, sir. I meant reading hour with Lady Library.
Well, that's not her real name, but we had a good laugh from it. Didn't we, Robert? Ha ha ha.
Indeed, Eleanor. Anyway, we're set to be reading about the origin of the monarchy and all the King Henrys, so we'd best be off. Cheerio.
Something is definitely not right here. They're all British.
Well, of course. Don't you see? No Declaration of Independence, no America. Written rules.
Oh no, you're right. He erased the Declaration of Independence. We have to fix this.
Drew knew he had to do something quick, so Drew took out his mighty penultimate and turned into the Stupendous Drew Pendous.
Come on, back into the time machine.
Drew quickly hopped into the time machine and traveled back to 1776.
Mr. Jefferson?
What's going on? Who are you? Anyone lose a child? An oddly dressed child?
Shh, no one can explain. Well, it's actually kind of hard to explain. You see,
Ray, heard a rumor that you and your friends were planning on writing a document of sorts.
Yes, declaring the independence of America from Britain.
Oh, that. Yes, we tried, but sadly someone came around and erased the whole thing. Some things just aren't meant to be.
But, with all due respect, this is totally meant to be.
It took too long to write, so maybe some other time. Anyway, time for tea.
Suddenly Drew had an idea.
Mr. Jefferson, what if I told you this pen will write everything for you?
Really? This pen is simply amazing. So much easier to write with than acrylic ink. Gentlemen, this young man in his underwear and cape has a magical pen, and he would like to give the Declaration another try.
Here. Better not be any disappearing ink this time, Thomas.
Relax, Johnny. I feel good about this fellow. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary,
And the Declaration of Independence was underway.
Wow, we're actually seeing it being written. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Amazing. This is going to be a great addition to our future. Trust me.
Not if I can stop it.
Suddenly Ray came flying at the Declaration, but this time Drew was prepared.
Stop right there, Ray.
Drew quickly used his pen to sketch a giant quill pen ink shooter, and then he squirted all of Thomas Jefferson's ink right at Ray.
Call it quits and we'll let you down easy, Ray. Ha! No chance.
Ray used his eraser to erase the ink off his face. Then he gave the bookcase a big shake till it came tumbling down on top of Drew.
Whoa! Ooh, sayonara, Drewfus.
Hey, the Declaration is here to stay this time, you ruffian.
Thanks, Nick.
I have an idea.
I'm on it.
With Ray inches away from the Declaration, Drew quickly sketched a super awesome mac and cheese tosser.
Load her up, Nicky. What is this stuff?
Good old mac and cheese. Although I hate wasting all the cheese like that. Not really why I invented it, but okay.
And in came a second, and a third, and a fourth gob of mac and cheese until Ray was totally stuck inside.
Let me out of here, Drewfus. Oh, we will.
Just in time for our American social studies test.
Back to the time machine for you, Ray. And this Declaration is staying just where it is.
Time machine?
Long story. Thanks for all your help, Mr. Jefferson. That's a great piece of writing you got there. Really appreciate all you did to start our country.
My pleasure. Good to meet you, Drew.
And off they went, back into the time machine, this time with a heaping ball of ooey gooey mac and cheese. Then they all hopped out of Cool School on the other side, and everything was back to normal, American flag and all.
Better get cleaned up fast, Ray. Don't want to write any cheesy answers on your test. Help me get out of here, Drew.
Well, kids, Drew saved the day once again. There were no more Brits walking around Cool School, and evil Ray Blank was in a sticky situation.
Ray, is that you?
Maybe.
All of this just to get out of your social studies test? You know what this means. Detention!
Moral of the story, boys and girls, without the Declaration of Independence, there'd be no America. And if you're around when someone tries to erase it, you just cover them up with macaroni and cheese.
Freedom!
Ha 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 ha! Yes! Be free, my fellow sharks, be free!
Oh no, kids! The water park started flooding. The sharks were everywhere.
Shark attack! I told you all this would happen.
Fellow sharks! It is I, your new leader. Now that you're free, we can take over the Earth and make this a planet of sharks! Ha 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 ha!
It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Today's story is pretty exciting, and that's the tooth. A shark tooth. It was a beautiful summer day, and that could only mean one thing.
Water park! Are we there yet, Mrs. Pendous? Huh? Please, can we be there? Oh, please. Not yet, Ella. Hold your seahorses.
What ride should we go on first?
They just opened a new slide called Shark Attack.
Whoa, cool!
Shark attack? I don't know. I'm afraid of sharks, and I'm afraid of attacks too.
Don't worry, Robbie. It'll be fun. It's like the biggest water slide ever, and it goes right through a shark tank.
Mrs. Drew's mom, can we go home and be far away from sharks instead?
Too late, Robbie. We're here!
Yes!
It's the biggest water slide slide ever. Let's do this. We're almost at the end.
You're right. This is the end.
Next.
Grace, I didn't know you work here.
Like, yeah, Mom said I had to get a summer job.
Oh man, that stinks.
There are some perks. For instance,
Move aside, losers.
all of my friends get to ride whenever they want.
That's not fair. No cutting.
My ride, my rules.
Yeah, Drew, we got to go first, right? After you.
I don't want to be rude. You can go, Raina.
Grace, have you gone down the slide before?
No, but that's because I don't want to like ruin my hair, you know? It's not like I'm scared or anything.
Why don't you cool schoolers go first?
Sure. Ella, you're up.
Yeah. It's a lot darker down there than I thought it would be.
Well, I'm not going first.
All this buildup is making me so scared. Let's just get this over with.
Robbie, are you okay?
That was awesome!
Woohoo! I'm up next.
So Drew and his friends started riding the slide. It was still kind of scary, but so much fun, until some unexpected guests arrived. Uh-oh, it's the space sharks from Mercury. That can't be good.
It's not right those sharks are locked up in here. They should be free to scare people and cause chaos, like us.
How are we gonna get them out of there?
With a little help.
Woohoo!
Greetings, Mr. Blank.
Hiya, Ray.
Oh, hey, Space Sharks. Sup?
We're gonna release those sharks. If those people think they're scary inside the tanks, wait till they see them outside the tanks.
Whoa, that sounds pretty evil.
Exactly. So, will you help us?
Nah.
What? You're supposed to be a bad guy.
Even bad guys need a vacation. That sounds like a lot of work. I just want to have fun. Later, bro.
Oh, jeez. What are we gonna do now?
When I said we could use a little help, I wasn't talking about Ray Blank. I was talking about this.
Wowzers! You stole the magic eraser.
Yes! Now, let's get erasing.
Freedom!
Ha 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 ha! Yes! Be free, my fellow sharks, be free!
Oh no, kids! The water park started flooding. The sharks were everywhere.
Shark attack! I told you all this would happen.
Fellow sharks! It is I, your new leader. Now that you're free, we can take over the Earth and make this a planet of sharks! Ha 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 ha!
That sounds like a lot of work.
I just want to have fun.
Yeah, later, bro.
What? Come on! Why won't anybody be evil with me?
Ah, this is life.
This is awesome.
Way better than being cooped up in a tank.
Drew, are you going to fix this or what? Aren't you the hero? I sure am.
And that's when Drew became the Stupendous Drew Pendous.
Okay, these sharks don't want to take over the world. They just want to have fun.
Maybe they could have fun somewhere far away from the water park.
And far away from me?
They should be free in the ocean.
Yeah, with all the other fish.
We just gotta get them over there.
But how? With the biggest water slide ever.
So Drew made a slide stretching all the way from the water park to the ocean.
Wish I could ride that slide. It looks awesome.
How do we get the sharks to ride it?
Rena, can you give us a wave?
Okay.
Not that kind of wave.
Oh, gotcha.
Now we just need a current to make the waves bigger and bigger.
I got this.
This is the best wave pool ever.
This slide rocks!
Woohoo!
No! Sharks aren't supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be scary.
All right, guys, time to clean up this mess. Everybody take a sponge. Even you, Ray. Ugh, I'm supposed to be on vacation.
And that's when Drew and his friends soaked up the flood. And eventually the water park was back to normal.
We did it!
Yay! We can get back to riding the rides.
Aw, man. Now there are no more sharks in the shark attack tank. That's boring.
Unless...
Get back here.
can't have a shark attack slide without sharks.
Let's get out of here. Ah! Quick, in here. It's the only place with cover.
You heard him, Drew. Give them cover.
There you go.
Wait a minute. No, we're trapped.
Okay, everyone. The shark attack slide is back open for business.
Well, kids, Drew and his friends saved the day again. Everybody got to go on the rides, and the shark attack had some brand new sharks.
This stinks.
Moral of the story, boys and girls, if you're scared to go on a ride, just be brave, and you might have an awesome time. Drew and Ella set out to find help from an unlikely source.
Gloom? As in Raina Gloom? Are you serious?
I know she can be mean sometimes, but we sure could use some rain.
I know why you're here.
It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Get ready, cause this adventure is heating up. It was the day all the kids are waiting for, the opening of the Cool County Fair. But there was a big problem. It was also the hottest day of the year.
This mud is too hot for me to roll in. I need an iced tea.
It was too hot for anyone to go out, except for Robbie.
Yum! Breakfast al fresco!
Ow! The art world can be so cruel.
But no matter what the weather is, there's always story time.
It's so hot, and we're supposed to go to the Cool County Fair after school.
What temperature is it anyway?
Ice cream!
Wait for me!
Ice cream, you scream. Everyone was literally screaming for ice cream.
There's plenty for everybody. Oh no, my truck!
Oh no! Our ice cream!
Finn, what are you doing here?
I heard there was ice cream. It got so hot in my bowl that it felt like I was swimming through tea.
Melting ice cream trucks, Finn swimming in tea. Drew knew it was time to do something, and fast.
This has gone far enough. Time to fix this. We're going to the Cool County Fair.
Drew took out his mighty penultimate and turned into the Stupendous Drew Pendous.
This is the coolest way to fly.
Drew, wait for me! This is so awesome! I'm definitely a fan.
Sunny, what's going on with the sun? Why is it so hot?
Hey, Drew, good to see you. Wow, is it hot enough for you or what? The sun is really acting up today. I can't get it to lighten up, you know what I mean? Whew, hot.
But you're in charge of making the sun come out and go back in. I don't understand.
Only if the boss lady lets me do my job. I just work here. I'm kind of like a tugboat, you know what I mean? I get her up for sunrise, back down for sunset, try to keep her on time. Capiche? Also, I gotta be careful with all the sunburn issues going on. You can't be too careful. With Sunny unable to help, Drew and Ella needed another plan. Hey, Drew, before you go, would it be too much trouble to draw me an air conditioner?
Sure, Sunny, no problem.
Thanks a lot, Drew. Good luck. With their fan copter keeping them cool, Drew and Ella set out to find help from an unlikely source.
Gloom? As in Raina Gloom? Are you serious?
I know she can be mean sometimes, but we sure could use some rain.
I know why you're here. My phone's been ringing off the hook all day. All of a sudden, everyone wants to see old Raina. But I can't help because there are no clouds. And if there's no clouds, there can't be any rain.
Wait, Nikki taught me how to make clouds. Drew, can you draw me a jar, a pot of boiling water, a can of hairspray, and some ice?
Coming right up.
You can't make a cloud.
Yeah I can. It's super easy. First, you just pour boiling water into the jar, then spray some hairspray inside. Put the lid on, and then put some ice cubes onto the lid. Now watch.
Sure enough, a cloud started to form inside the jar. Then Ella released the cloud into the air.
Look at that. It's a real cloud. You learn something new every day. All right, let me just zap it so it'll start raining. You'll be able to cool off in a minute.
Suddenly, Ray flew in and erased the cloud.
Ray, what are you doing? No clouds. I never want to see rain again.
Why not?
Rain ruined my birthday picnic, my Little League game, and my comic book collection. You can thank me later. I'm going for a swim.
Then Ray flew back to Cruel School.
Drew, after him!
This is the life. Swimming sure is a great idea. Hey, I'm not sharing my pool with anyone. Well, in that case...
Drew knew all his friends were stuck in the heat at Cool School. So he drew a giant water slide that reached from one school to the other.
Hey, who invited you? Get out! You're ruining everything! I bet some rain would get them out.
Ray, we need rain. It helps with droughts.
And it's good for the plants, trees, grass, and animals.
And when it cools off, we can go to the cool county fair. Well, if it gets everyone out of my pool, I guess it can't be all bad.
Time to make some more clouds.
So Drew made all the supplies, and soon enough, there were clouds floating up in the sky. And then Raina made it rain.
Ah, that felt good.
The temperature dropped like 20 degrees.
Yeah, let's go to the fair.
Well, kids, Drew saved the day once again, and the Cool County Fair was a big hit. Moral of the story, boys and girls, into every life a little rain must fall. It's time for a brand new adventure with Drew Pendous and his Mighty Penultimate. Hope you're ready to soak up the fun, because today, Drew's gonna save the water park.
On your mark, get set. Hey, I didn't say go! This is awesome!
That was sweet.
You didn't even go down the slide, Robbie.
No, I mean this lemonade. Ah.
Bonsai!
Careful, Nick. We want to keep some water in the pool.
Suddenly, the water started rising.
Guys, I don't think too little water is our problem.
Is there a hose in here or something?
I can hardly stand.
I think something may be wrong, you guys.
There's too much water.
As the water rose up around them, Drew quickly sketched a giant raft so they could all stay afloat.
Hop on!
Wait for me.
We gotta figure out where all this water's coming from.
Drew, look out!
Drew took out his Mighty Penultimate and turned into the Stupendous Drew Pendous. As the wave rushed up towards him, Drew quickly sketched himself a pair of super awesome hydrosonic rocket boots and ducked beneath the water. Within seconds, Drew was back above the water. This time, he was holding up the entire raft.
So awesome being best friends with a superhero.
Hold on tight!
Go, Drew, go!
Drew and his buddies rocketed way up in the air just in the nick of time. Higher and higher and higher until they reached the sun.
Sonny, boy am I glad to see you.
Well, if it isn't my favorite little superhero.
Never thought I'd live to see this day.
You should see the barbecue up here. Come on, I'll show you.
Well, actually, Sonny, we're here on business. Something's gone terribly wrong at the water park.
The water's flooding the whole place.
We're gonna need a lot of heat to dry it up.
Good thing I got the hottest job in town. Am I right or am I right?
Thanks, Sonny. I owe you one.
Just bring some juicy burgers the next time you come to visit. We'll call it even.
Sonny sure is doing a good job up there.
But it won't be enough. The water just keeps flooding in.
Guys, look! It's coming from that rain cloud.
Nothing my cloud zapper can't fix.
Once more, Drew whipped out his Penultimate and sketched a cloud zapper. He pointed it straight at the rain cloud and zap! It was gone! But someone else wasn't.
Rain of gloom?
That's right. Weren't expecting to see me in this happy-pappy water park, eh? Dodge this!
You guys ready for a ride?
How do we move this thing?
Have no fear. I have family-sized marshmallow sticks.
Getting tired?
Never!
Raina lifted her umbrella high up in the air and created a giant wave all around her.
Maybe this will help.
Just as she was about to release the wave in Drew's direction, a giant army of fish formed a whole blockade around her.
Finn, what are you doing here?
A sidekick always knows when a superhero's in trouble.
I knew I could count on you. So what's your game plan?
Didn't get to that part yet, but I'll distract the villain while you make one.
Get out of my way, you silly fish! Stop that! Hold it right there! Can't hurt you guys with water, can I?
Nope.
Think. What can get rid of water?
A hairdryer and a towel always do the trick for me after a bath.
You'll need a really big towel for all this water.
Or a really big hairdryer.
Drew quickly sketched a humongous hairdryer and pointed it right at Raina.
Hit it!
Rufus, make it stop!
Not until you stop flooding our water park.
But it's my birthday, and I really like water. So I want this place to myself, okay? You know it's more fun to celebrate with other people on your birthday, right? No. At least I never tried that.
Well, we can show you.
If you promise not to flood our water park again.
No buts. Summer's no fun without a water park adventure. All right, but make it quick. The other villains have got a water cake waiting for me back at Cruel School.
Water cake? You guys need some serious birthday lessons around there.
Last one down the slide's a rotten egg.
Happy birthday, Raina!
nothing like celebrating together. Woo!
Oh, I guess you're right. But do not tell the other villains about this, or else.
Yeah, you'll do something villainy. Just chill out for now. Come on, it's your birthday.
Well, kids, Drew and his buddies saved the day once again. The water park was back in service, and they even got to have a villain birthday party. Moral of the story, boys and girls, when someone floods the water park, you just gotta get a giant hairdryer to save the day.